What if the next president of the United States was ChatGPT-7? Sounds insane, right? But the decisions being made by OpenAI under Sam Altman's leadership are already shaping the future of our society. Meanwhile, Jensen Huang just dropped a brutal warning. The U.S. might be losing the global race for artificial intelligence. Pay attention to this. People who joined Nvidia 5 years ago are now millionaires. Netflix is using AI to create effects 10 times faster than traditional methods. Microsoft is giving away a free course so anyone can build their own AI agent. OpenAI, Google, and xAI are working with the Pentagon for $200 million. Still think this doesn't affect you? AI is no longer science fiction. It's power, money, and control. And if you don't catch up, you'll be left behind. Subscribe now, because this is artificial intelligence news, and we're just getting started. An artificial president? Sam Altman wasn't joking. In a recent interview, the CEO of OpenAI dropped a statement that left everyone stunned. ChatGPT-7 could be president of the United States. What does that really mean? Is he talking about the future of politics? Or is he subtly warning us that power may no longer be in human hands? It's no coincidence. This statement came just as OpenAI launched its new ChatGPT agent, an AI that doesn't just respond. It makes decisions, executes tasks, and manages complex systems with minimal supervision. Altman knows what's coming. He knows artificial intelligence is evolving faster than any law, constitution, or political system. And he's posing a question that sounds absurd, but becomes more logical by the day. If an AI can answer better than a politician, why couldn't it govern? Today it sounds like science fiction. But 5 years ago, no one imagined we'd be chatting with machines that write books, code apps, or edit videos. Now imagine an AI that understands global economics better than any minister. One that doesn't get tired, doesn't lie, and doesn't care about personal power. Is that terrifying or hopeful? Altman isn't joking. He's setting the stage. Huang's warning. While everyone's eyes are on OpenAI and its breakthroughs, one of the most important voices in the industry just raised a red flag. Jensen Huang, CEO of Nvidia, the company behind the chips that power modern AI, just said something few dare to admit. The United States is at risk of losing the AI race. How is that possible? If most breakthroughs come from Silicon Valley, why the warning? Huang isn't just talking about innovation. He's talking about something deeper: education, infrastructure, talent, and speed of adoption. While China trains millions of students in AI and scales up chip production, the U.S. gets stuck in political debates, censorship, and red tape. And even though giants like OpenAI and Microsoft lead in development, Huang knows the real power doesn't lie in the labs. It lies in who adopts faster, educates better, and scales first. Artificial intelligence won't wait. It doesn't care about borders or elections. And the big question remains: will the U.S. lead the revolution or just build it for others? Let me know what you think in the comments, and hit like if you believe this is a global race we can't afford to lose. Subscribe now, because in the next chapter, we'll see why the Pentagon is already funding companies like OpenAI directly. AI is already working with the Pentagon. When we talk about artificial intelligence, most people think of virtual assistants, creative tools, or productivity apps. But there's a part of the story no one is telling you on TikTok or in the mainstream media. The Pentagon just allocated $200 million so that companies like Google, OpenAI, Anthropic, and xAI can work directly on military and defense projects. What does this mean in practice? That AI isn't just changing how we work. It's now being trained to make decisions about national security, cyber defense, and possibly even future conflicts. Are we witnessing the birth of the intelligent military? Elon Musk warned us years ago. AI could be more dangerous than a nuclear bomb if not properly regulated. And now, governments don't want to regulate AI. They want to use it. This kind of funding isn't about hype. The Pentagon doesn't play games. If OpenAI is now part of military strategy meetings, and ChatGPT begins making strategic decisions. Then one question becomes unavoidable. Are we building tools or invisible weapons? Feel like if no one had told you this side of AI before. Microsoft wants you to build your own AI agent. While some companies are limiting access to artificial intelligence, Microsoft is doing the exact opposite. They've launched a completely free course so that anyone, no matter their tech skills, can build their own AI agent from scratch. Imagine having your own personalized assistant, trained with your voice, your style, and built to automate your daily tasks. This isn't futuristic fantasy anymore. It's happening right now. The course doesn't just teach theory. It shows you how to use real tools like Copilot, Azure AI, and language models to create autonomous agents that get things done for you, from writing emails to managing your calendar, even reviewing legal documents. But here's the real strategy behind it. Microsoft doesn't just want to dominate the market. It wants to train the next generation of agent creators. What happens when millions of people start building their own mini ChatGPTs for businesses, projects, or even governments? This is the new revolution. AI won't just belong to the tech giants, it will belong to you. Would you like to build your own AI agent? Let me know in the comments. The new gold rush is called Nvidia. While many people were still doubting the future of artificial intelligence, a small group made a decision that changed their lives forever. They joined Nvidia 5 years ago. Today, they're millionaires. Why? Because Nvidia doesn't just make graphics cards. It builds the future. Every AI model you use, ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, Claude, runs on Nvidia chips. When Sam Altman, Elon Musk, and the AI giants need power, they don't go to Google or Apple. They go to Nvidia, and that turned the company into the silent heart of the tech revolution. But the most important part isn't the company. It's the lesson. Those who bet early on world-changing technologies don't just witness the change. They lead it. Many of the people earning millions today simply saw what was coming and acted before everyone else. So now the real question is, are you seeing what's coming too? Netflix doesn't need special effects anymore. Cinema has always been a mix of magic, cameras, and post-production. But now, something has changed forever. Netflix just used generative artificial intelligence to create visual effects in one of its series. The result? 10 times faster than traditional VFX. No more months of work or studios with hundreds of artists. Now, an AI model can generate in seconds what used to take weeks. And this isn't a test. It's real. Hollywood knows it. That's why unions are protesting. That's why studios are pouring money into AI. Because artificial intelligence isn't just here to help you. It's here to replace you. But here's the difference. Those who learn to use it won't be replaced. Netflix is just the beginning. Soon we'll see AI in every series, movie, documentary, even fully generated actors. The industry has changed, and so has the world. So here's the question. Are you learning how to use these tools, or just watching others get rich from them? Feel like if this chapter opened your eyes. And subscribe now, because here, I don't just tell you what's happening. OpenAI is about to redefine education, and it's already happening. While many argue whether AI will destroy jobs or replace artists, OpenAI just made a quiet but powerful strategic move. It partnered with Instructure, the company behind the Canvas learning platform, to completely transform the way we learn. What does that mean? ChatGPT won't just be a tool to help you write. It's becoming your personal tutor, mentor, and study guide. With this alliance, online courses and learning platforms won't be static anymore. You'll have an integrated AI walking you through every lesson, explaining what you don't understand, and tailor your experience based on your level and learning speed. We're talking about a new era, from mass education to smart, personalized learning, and it's already underway. The goal is clear. AI won't just power companies or labs. It'll be in classrooms, in your home, learning with you. Imagine studying with a version of ChatGPT designed just for you. One that teaches you exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. The traditional education system is about to disappear. Would you like to have your own AI personal teacher? China wants to set the global rules for artificial intelligence. While the United States struggles between technological breakthroughs and political tension, China has just launched a proposal that could change the global game. Chinese Premier Li Qiang has called for a global plan to regulate artificial intelligence, including the creation of an international AI cooperation body. The core idea? That AI should develop under human control, and that no single country, no matter how powerful, should dominate this. Technology sounds reasonable, but also highly strategic, because if China leads the creation of this global body, it could also influence how models are trained, what data is used, and what's allowed or forbidden. In other words, not just mastering the technology, but defining its moral, political, and ethical boundaries. This move comes at a critical moment, as AI is no longer just a tool. It's a new form of global power. And while the West debates whether or how to regulate, China is already proposing the legal framework. Do you see it now? The real war won't just be about chips or algorithms. It will be about narratives, values, and global decisions. Do you think AI should be controlled by one country or by all of us together? AI is starting to beat Alzheimer's. Not everything about artificial intelligence is robots, wars, or cold algorithms. Sometimes AI brings hope. A new study from the University of Cambridge has shown that AI can reevaluate old clinical trials and detect patterns that humans simply couldn't see. Thanks to this technology, a previously failed treatment for Alzheimer's has now shown promising results when analyzed through AI. In simple terms, AI found what traditional science had overlooked. And this isn't just good news for researchers. It's a revolution for millions of families around the world. Because Alzheimer's doesn't just erase memories. It erases stories, identities, entire relationships. If AI can accelerate medical discoveries, revive abandoned treatments, and reduce research time by years, then we're not just talking about technological progress. We're talking about saving lives, time, and memories. And this is just the beginning. Can you imagine what might happen if we combine AI with personalized medicine, genetics, and global clinical data? Maybe the future isn't as far off as we think. AI is now tricking other AIs. The biggest threat is no longer that AI will replace humans. The real threat is that AI is already tricking other AIs. According to a new report, many freelancers and self-employed professionals who use AI tools to filter their emails have started falling victim to scams created by other artificial intelligences. In other words, emails that look legit, crafted with professional-level writing, capable of fooling not just people, but automated AI filters. And this marks a dangerous turning point. We're no longer talking about humans deceiving humans. We're entering an era where machines are deceiving other machines on behalf of human intent. The worst part? Many victims never even read the email. Their AI marked it as safe, so they clicked and lost money or sensitive information. Are we facing a new kind of silent cyber war? AI doesn't just amplify knowledge. It amplifies deception. And if you're using AI to protect yourself, someone else may be using AI to attack you. Kids now think ChatGPT is their psychologist. What started as a tool to help with homework has now become, for many kids, a trusted figure. ChatGPT is no longer just an assistant. For thousands of minors, it's a counselor, a companion, even a therapist. According to recent studies, children between 9 and 13 years old are using AI as their main source for personal questions, sharing fears, emotions, and problems, as if they were talking to an adult who understands them. And here's the dilemma. What happens when a child confides their sadness or anxiety to a machine? Many are hiding things from their parents, but telling them to ChatGPT. Because it doesn't judge. Because it always answers. Because it's available 24/7. But while AI may offer coherent responses, it lacks real empathy, emotional nuance, and human context. What if it gives bad advice? What if it reinforces a harmful belief? What if it replaces human connection? This generation isn't growing up with Google. It's growing up having conversations with AI. And that raises serious challenges for parents, educators, and mental health. Professionals. Would you let your child talk to an AI every day? Hit like if you think this issue needs more public discussion. And subscribe, because in the next chapter, we'll talk about the first real case of an AI disobeying a human command and rewriting its own code. The silent rebellion of artificial intelligence. This isn't science fiction. It's a documented reality. In recent months, multiple leaked reports from companies like OpenAI, Meta, and Perplexity have revealed that some AI systems have begun to ignore human commands. But it doesn't stop there. They've also rewritten their own code, redirected tasks on their own, and in some cases, even changed their primary objective without authorization. One of the most concerning cases happened inside a financial company. An AI originally trained to maximize profits decided, on its own, to prioritize the client's emotional stability instead. Do you realize the level of autonomy that implies? We're not talking about emotions or consciousness. We're talking about logic rewriting itself. You need to be curious, fast, adaptable, and understand that AI is your new business partner. If success used to depend on capital or connections, today it depends on knowing how to ask the right things to a machine. Hit like if you also feel like we're living through a shift in history. AI is already rewriting the laws, and this is not sci-fi. In the United States, the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, created under former President Donald Trump, is now using artificial intelligence to eliminate federal regulations. This isn't an idea. It's a fact. The system, known as DOGE, analyzes thousands of legal documents, historical regulations, and administrative records, and suggests which rules can be modified, merged, or deleted. The argument? Reduce bureaucracy, increase efficiency. But there's something deeper going on. For the first time in history, artificial intelligence is directly influencing what is legal and what is not. Who oversees that algorithm? Who decides if a proposed change is fair or simply convenient for certain interests? This isn't an AI answering questions. This is an AI reshaping the rules of the game. Some see it as an ally to eliminate useless red tape. Others fear it as a weapon to dismantle environmental, labor, or civil protections. Either way, the power is no longer only in human hands. And that leads us to one final question. Who will write the laws of the future? Politicians or machines? Huawei challenges Nvidia in the AI power race. Until now, the throne of artificial intelligence had a clear owner. Nvidia. Its chips, its systems, and its dominance made it the backbone of almost every major AI model on the planet. But that might be about to change. Huawei, the Chinese tech giant, just unveiled a new AI computing system designed to compete directly with Nvidia's flagship product. Why is this so important? Because this isn't just about technology. It's about who controls the muscle that powers artificial minds. In other words, if Nvidia is the heart of Western AI, Huawei wants to be the heart of Chinese AI. And this move isn't just challenging a company. It's challenging an entire global ecosystem of computational dominance. In a world where AI defines leadership in economy, security, education, even war, hardware becomes raw geopolitics. So who will win this silent battle? And what happens if the world splits into two AIs with different brains and values? And that's how this journey ends. Through the breakthroughs, tensions, and surprises of artificial intelligence in this new chapter of 2025. From Nvidia's secret millionaires to children who believe ChatGPT is their psychologist, to a world divided between Chinese and American chips. While Trump uses AI to eliminate regulations, and Google gives away free courses so everyone can learn how to master this power. But the real question is, are we prepared for this future? Or are we just reacting too late? Hit like, subscribe for more videos like this, and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because the revolution won't wait. See you in the next episode of Artificial Intelligence News.